Howdy. Weeds. It's the first serious weeding session this weekend we're going to be doing. Getting everything prepared, finished, ready for the new season. Last week I did all these paths. I carried on doing them the day after as well. So these go all the way up to the top and across. And because we've got some wood chip left, I'll be carrying on with that. That's fell over, look at that. That's my door. One of my doors, that, for my new cage tent. But yeah, these are going all the way up here. Been windy this week. Everything's been blown all over the place. Look at that. But they go all around here, and I got some more on the Sunday. Give it a goodly layer in this area as well, on the lady farmer's side. There's some left up at the top. There's probably about 6 barrows left, so I'm going to finish off this bit and then call it a day for that, and then crack on with this weeding, because like I say, we need to get that sorted out, keep on top of it. These are sycamore, these, I think. There's a big sycamore tree over there whose days are numbered. Apparently it's coming down before summer. There's that one, the one at the back, the one there, and I think all 3 are being done. We've had to put the rents up this year to cover this expense, because it's going to cost about 3.5 grand, I think, to get them down. It's not cheap. But the shading everything out, they drop the sycamore sort of helicopter seeds, they land on everybody's plots and start coming up, which is not good. So I'm gonna weed this. It's gonna take us about an hour. I'll just weed everything. I've done this one, got all that out the way. I'm gonna weed this one on this side as well. I'm just gonna bloody weed, that's all I'm saying. You get the picture. So I'm gonna get that done, so we can prepare these beds and have these beds ready for when they get reconfigured and rejigged and we build a new tent. Be the big brother of that one. Thrice the size. Right, let's crack on. I've also been to Paul Green and got some compost there. It's their own compost that they use on the nursery, Paul Green Nurseries at Charnock Richard. Church Road, Charnock Richard. Heartily recommend them. And there were 3 for £12. So that works out at 168 litres for £12, which I don't think is too bad, to be honest. These prices, in this day and age, it's not so bad. That it's windy today, guys, so sorry about that if you can't hear me. Might be a blessing in disguise, but there we go. So I got 15 of them. Cost me £60 that, but there's quite a lot of compost. And also, while I was there, I picked up some starts, actually, because I'm a bit behind with my sowing. I picked up some starts. If you look here, cheating, I know, but there we go. The 2 different sorts of cauliflower there. There's the curly kale. I believe that is pak choy. Broccoli. Speaking of broccoli, I'll show you something in a minute. Calabrese, and your spinach. The Brassica family. Oh, a fair percentage of them. Let me just show you this then, because I was quite amazed. Last year, I neglected to remove a couple of broccoli plants from this hooped tented bed. And they've been in over winter, but look at that. See if I can get to that. Get you a better look at it. I'll just pause you. Purple sprouting broccoli. Isn't it? The little spears coming up there, bobbing about all over the place. It's not just that one either, there's one at the back there. And I was going to take that out last week, and I'm glad I didn't. And little spears. What I'll do is I'll cut it off there at the bottom. All the leaf and the spears are perfectly edible, and we'll make a green soup tonight with that. One of the super soups. We'll make that tonight. That's great, isn't it? The rest of it, the manky leaves and all that, they'll be obviously discarded into the compost, but I'm made up with that. I didn't think it was going to come to anything, but it has. We planted in really late last year. It's come through now, which is fantastic. I think you'll agree. I've not got my tooth in today. I'm looking very uncouth as usual without my tooth. So you have to bear with me with that. But yeah, I was talking about the tent, weren't I? So that's going to be the new, that's the old tent, which did fantastically well last year. And the new one is going to be going there, in that spot. Probably spoke to you about that a couple of times now, so I don't want to bore you to tears with it, but I'm really looking forward to doing it. Managed to get hold of some wood. I've not actually picked it up yet, but I was speaking to the gaffer at work, and we've got some scrap wood, or some used wood that we've used on another job to make an enclosure with. It's not contaminated with asbestos or anything, but it has loads of staples in it, but it's 2x2, and we can use that. So there's quite a few of them. There's probably about 20 lengths of that, sort of like 7 foot lengths of it that we can use. So that's probably halved my cost of the build, because we think we can. Me and Chris were talking last week, and we were saying it's probably going to take about 40 lengths, which is always an underestimation. It's probably take about 50 lengths to produce what we need to produce on here, which is the new tent, which we're hopefully going to get done next week, if there's any justice, on the bank holiday weekend. Right, let's crack on. Let's see what wood chip we've got up at the top. Weeded. Excuse me. Yeah, got them all out. They're all in there. I took out the broccoli. I'll show you the stems of broccoli in a second. But yeah, I've just been doing plenty of weeding. All the beds are weeded now. The paths are looking better. Still a bit of weeding to do, obviously. There's always weeding to do, guys and gals. And I've got to go and collect a bike. A bike has been found at somebody's house. It's been dumped. It's not just the bike, it's not been stolen, it's been dumped with a load of other things like office furniture and chests of drawers and all sorts of stuff. It's a fly tip. But these are the broccoli stems that we're taking. All I'm going to do is take them home, wash the white fly off them, and jobs are good. And so yeah, there's a good feed there. But I'll just show you the onions as well. I started off some onions a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, and some broad beans. And there's 60 onions there. Spring planted onions. Yeah, but they're from sets. So that means that they were started last year, pulled out and stopped from growing last year, and then they're ready for being planted this year, which is what we're doing. So they'll be okay for about June, July this year. We'll be pulling them out, and I've got just the space for them. And there's the broad beans at the back, all poking through now nicely, growing steadily. But the onions are going to be going here. I'm not going to get that wood chip today because I've not got the time, to be honest with you, but the onions are going to continue on. Those are the Senshu that we planted, the overwintering type, and they're taking up half that bed, along with some garlic. At this top end, there's some garlic in there. So the garlic ends about here, and then the onions begin. And I'm going to completely fill that potentially with onions, because I've got 60, so that's 10 more rows. I reckon I'll probably fill that with the onions. 6 per row, 10 rows. Happy days. So yeah, I've got my Carlos the Jackal Reactor Light sunglass type spectacles on today. I look like that Photoshop, that photo picture of what Carlos the Jackal looked like. That's us for today. Off to pick up the bike, Catch you in a bit, boys and girls. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you later. I'm going to try and complete those paths tomorrow and get some potatoes in. But I'm going to take that broccoli home and get that cooked up. Lovely. See you later, boys and girls. Bye bye now. Take care.